Now, as the federal fiscal year comes to a close, a possible government shutdown is looming in Washington, D.C. Democrats and Republicans unable to agree on a short-term budget resolution. The government is set to shut down on October 1st. And Layla Cox joins us with the latest from lawmakers. Layla.
Well, Connor, on Tuesday, President Donald Trump refused to meet with Democrats to address a funding deal that could avoid a government shutdown. Now, lawmakers have until next Tuesday to avert a shutdown, and with just 4 days away from the funding deadline, a lot is at stake for Virginians. A federal government shutdown would disproportionately impact the Commonwealth due to its deep ties to federal civilian and military spending. With a high concentration of federal employees, contractors, and military personnel, a shutdown would cause significant financial strain and disrupt services in the Hampton Roads area. The White House Budget Office's memo is also directing federal agencies to plan for potential mass layoffs for programs whose funding will expire September 30th.
The director of OMB has used the word he wants to terrify federal workers, where they've been fairly successful at that.
Senator Tim Kaine says the threat of mass layoffs is a continuation of the Trump administration's DOGE efforts and will happen regardless of a government shutdown.
They make this threat instead of just sitting down to negotiate. Every budget deal I've been part of since I came to the Senate in 2013 ended up with congressional leadership sitting down with the president, hashing out a deal.
While Democrats and Republicans are at odds amid a funding budget deadline that is rapidly approaching, bipartisan efforts are being made to a certain extent. Virginia Republican Congresswoman Jen Kiggans says she has constantly voted against government shutdowns.
And I obviously do not want to shut the government down. This is not good for a place like Virginia and Hampton Roads.
Kiggans tells 13 News Now a central part of her position on government shutdowns is her sponsorship of the bipartisan Pay Our Troops Act.
We'll not only protect our military and ensure they get a paycheck, but also our Coast Guard is included in that. And we've included some federal contractors who have direct connections to the active duty military as well.
And as the clock ticks until the September 30th government budget deadline, Virginia lawmakers emphasize the need to dial back demands on both sides of the aisle. Congresswoman Kiggans says the ball is all in the court of the Democrats to accept the work Republicans have put forth in the House. I'm Layla Cox, 13 News Now.
And programs that will continue regardless of a government shutdown include Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits, military operations, law enforcement, and air traffic control.